That was cool.
All right, we're recording.
Oh, nice. We're recording on there too?
Yeah, everything's speeding.
Welcome.
My name's Benjamin.
I'm Robby.
And we're here trying something new, trying to take our experience as photographers and learn how to do more video. We kind of talked about it as being motion-filled stills. Moving stills, I think is what we said.
Yeah, moving stills. Yeah. Lock it down, take a picture, let it be video.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that comes from our desire a little bit more to slow things down, to take our time, enjoy a little bit more of that moment in between moments. And by doing something new, maybe trying something that we're not used to, it kind of forces us a little to slow down. How are you doing switching between video and photo?
I stopped. I basically only did video. I took a couple photos here and there, but yeah. I think it was that hard and I was having so much fun with video that I didn't do a lot of photos. I think you did more photography than I did.
Which is even not that many. I probably took a total of 30 or 40 photos so far.
Well, the hard thing for me, though, is the shutter, right? Because then we're switching between photo and video settings, and then I have to switch all the settings to get over to the other one. And so that time in between is that stressful time where I feel like I'm missing what's happening. And so then how do you... First of all, we could set up the cameras a little better so that it keeps our video settings and then switch over to photo settings and it keeps those.
There's definitely a lot of learning on how to be a better videographer.
Yeah.
Not that I have it down as a photographer, but I'm more familiar with how to move quickly through
Well, even how to go back and forth, though.
Yeah.
Because that's a whole nother animal. You can be fast within just video, but then switching your brain to think photography framing versus video framing, movement versus being still. Which is, I think, why we're doing something that's in between, which is locking it down, being still, but capturing the motion within the frame.
I never know how to add the moving element, so this locking it down is giving me enough time to start thinking a little more about just what I'm shooting.
Yeah, but, I get know.
We're shooting out on a little river walk, so we're going to have people cutting in and out.
It's gorgeous, though, and the weather's perfect.
Yes, it's been a good day for it. How do you feel the difference between video and photo? We've talked some of the technicals a little, but what is the philosophy you're finding of the difference between the two?
How you need to tell the story. In photography, you tell it in a split second. And with video, it takes you, I don't know, it could be 10 seconds, it could be a few minutes. And I think it's the length of storytelling with video that is really causing me to stretch, because I'm so used to telling a story in a second.
It feels like I have to sit in the moment a little bit longer, let the footage roll a little more, and see maybe there will be something that enters the frame just a little bit later that will just add to this story. I'm thinking more on a time scale.
Yeah.
And while I am doing that with photo, I am looking around is there a bicycle coming to get into the frame? I think I got a little shot of, I had it set up on the bridge of cars were coming in, incoming. And then you see a bicycle cut across. I was about to cut the footage a little early because I was like, I don't really like this shot. But then the bike cut across, so I'm like, that's interesting. I think that kind of helps make it cool.
It's the patience. It's finding the framing, finding the light, and then having the patience to sit and wait for the moment.
I like sitting in the establishing shot. I think that's why I love Dune so much.
Yeah.
Those amazing, epic establishing shots. But then they have the little details. They have the tighter shots, the textures. It's you can feel the grittiness of the sand.
Yep.
And
taste it in your mouth.
Yes, it's Anakin's worst nightmare. If you're looking at a scene like you're building a sentence, you have your nouns, which are your establishing shots. You have your verbs, which are the shots that show kind of how your subject is interacting with the environment around them. And then you have your adjectives, those little moments that feel like it's giving texture, it's giving...
Descriptors.
Yes, it's the descriptors, it's giving life to the scene. You need all three to feel like you're telling a complete story visually. When you're photographing landscapes, cityscapes, the light and the textures it creates is what gives it personality. You can go to the same spot different times of the day, and it'll feel different.
Yep.
And I think that's the really big importance of light when it comes to scenes like this.
When you're shooting tighter, not in cityscapes as much, because you can absolutely have a very beautifully compressed scene with tons of things going on. I think I actually got some shots with like cars on top and people walking down a ramp and along the river. I love those kind of scenes because it feels so like a little theme park. But anyways, I think I just have drawn so naturally to thinking singular because of what I've done, and because I feel like your first love within photography was cityscapes. It's what you've done the most, and it brings you so much joy that's why you're so crazy good at it.
The FOMO I felt right after we set everything up, and at that moment, it was like the exact thing I was looking for, with the light in the background. There are kayaks, there was the water taxi, and I literally made the comment like 5 minutes early, we've not seen a water taxi yet.
Yeah.
And there it was after we had
locked down,
started recording.
I got it on my phone though.
We got some phone stuff.
So we're good.
Yeah, we'll maybe share that. But we have a really loud boat going by.
Yeah. It's so cool though.
It is. I don't know how much it's going to carry over on the audio.
Yeah. Probably don't hear it at all. DJI making awesome microphones.
Shout out to DJI. We're also using the DJI action cams.
We're using this guy right here.
Yeah, this is what we're trying to do to kind of maybe get a little bit more in the view of what we're seeing and doing.
Yep.
It's a bit of getting used to.
Wear it on our chest.
Sometimes we remember to turn it on, sometimes we don't.
Yep.
I always like bring the camera up to my eye to see what's going on, especially on a bright day like this.
Yeah.
But for the camera that's on my chest to be able to see it, I have to kind of hold it out in front because I want people to be able to see what I'm doing. But I'm sorry, this one is probably going to be mostly just up to my eye.
Yep. And I think it also helps because I feel like in the viewfinder you can see more, you're closer to it. And then with all the light and stuff that we're walking around, it also helps with that. So sorry that we're not all the way out in front of us. But you can get the point.
Yeah, I think it'll be. Yeah, we're trying to figure this out. I think what we're trying to do, this is a bit of an experiment, while also a choice that we're trying to do of just slowing down, purposefully getting out. Like we both find creating something, even like I think I would even want to put out like even unintentionally creating something. Like sometimes just getting out and just without even a plan. Yeah. We were even trying to figure out what were we even doing while we were walking over here.
It's a cool way to stay creative, not get burnt out, but still be creating and learning. Because we always have a desire to create. And so this is a great way to do that.
There's a bit of joy in having no idea what you're doing.
Yeah.
There's frustration, but the joy is that there's no expectation.
Yeah.
And if you go into it without too much expectation, like we want to do well, we want this to look good. It might not look good. This is our first
We want to be proud of it.
We want to be proud of it.
Because we're creators.
Yes. But I think by framing it so that we're proud of the accomplishment and of the journey versus being proud of necessarily how cool it looked. I mean, like we want it to look cool, but like we're also...
To us.
Yes.
We're not trying to satisfy other opinions. Like we want it to be cool to us. And if it hits that mark, then we're winning.
Yeah. And it's like, did I learn something new about making videos? I'm sure I will. I think I'm going to mostly learn the dreaded Premiere Pro.
Like how the microphones aren't on right now. And this whole time we haven't been recording. Ta-da, new learning.
That would hurt. I think I would just give up right now and be like, all right, we're trying again next week. This is a test trial.
Very true. Are the cameras even on?
They should be on. We have 3, so hopefully there's at least one backup.
One of them's on.
But yeah, that's our goal. Is we're really hoping to make this a regular thing to just remind us to slow down, enjoy being newbies again.
Yeah, if it's not fun, we won't do it.
Yeah. So
you're gonna get to watch us have fun.
Yeah. Well,
nobody might like it, but as long as we do.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope other people like it. That's just the creative in me.
They'll like it. We got some pretty stuff.
Yes. So, all right. Well, thank you for joining in on our first video.
Excited.
Our little walk through Chicago.
That's Ben. I'm Robby.